Welcome back to Snackcast, everybody.
Woohoo!
What's happening?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You having a good week?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Kevin, Scott.
So we're not doing intros anymore.
What?
Do you know he puts our name? Jerry puts our name.
Okay.
You know?
Right here.
Right. So he doesn't watch the
Yeah.
show. So, hey, so interestingly, we had someone in the Facebook group was asking about Shin Splints. We thought we'd talk about that briefly this morning. Kind of what are they? What can you do short term, long term? So let's start there. What are Shin Splints and kind of what causes them?
Well, they're micro tears, right? They're micro tears in the muscle. They're micro tears in the connection to the bone.
Because there isn't much there, right? It's the shin.
It's the shin, right? In front, right? And have you ever had them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're painful. Right?
They're not fun.
No,
I mean, it's literally just this.
Yeah, and most of the time they come from overuse, right? It's a sharp pain. Let's get that out of the way. It's not anything that typically requires any kind of
No, it
surgery
feels
or-
like someone's taken a hammer to your
shin.
you know,
Right.
it's not the what's the word I'm looking for? Not the impact, but the general pain. It can be severe.
It can. It can be debilitating.
Yeah.
But so outside of micro tears, what happens and how can we prevent it?
Well, I mean, I guess the first thing is to kind of address what causes it. You touched on that, right? It's impact, it's repetitive motion, especially if you haven't been working out in a while.
Yeah,
and
typically all of a sudden you go out there for the first time and you're getting 5 or 6 workouts in, and four workouts in, you start feeling this pain that you haven't felt before. An immediate jump in the level of your working out can be the cause.
Yeah,
of
if
it
you
as well.
increase your pace, you try to get faster per mile,
Right.
what have you.
Right.
So to your point, I guess
Hard surfaces, impacting hard surfaces over and over and over. And
grass
over again.
versus asphalt versus concrete. I stole that from you.
Yeah, that's okay. So, obviously rest immediately, right? There's not a lot of tremendous damage you can continue to do from what I gather.
Right.
It is painful and you don't want to do. It's kind of like touching a hot stove.
And to your point of rest, maybe that doesn't mean totally taking off. It may just mean doing some cycling for a while instead of walk/run.
Oh, absolutely. You're bringing up another
You're
point.
resting that area.
You're resting that area, but you want to keep the exercise going, some sort of exercise going, strengthen other muscles, right? A lot of times, I mean, we've talked about that over and over and over again. Everything's are connected. Your abs are, connected to
your hammies, to
your hammies,
your glutes.
to your glutes. I mean, everything is connected. Use this as an opportunity to strengthen another area.
Other core muscle groups.
Right.
Yeah.
And that could be part of the problem.
So is ice any good?
Ice is great.
Ice is great. Rest. What else? I know there's multiple other things. Ice, rest, changing the range of motion, compression.
Compression, probably, if it makes you feel better. I've never been a big compression guy, but there are people who attest to it.
And then for immediate kind of relief, anti-inflammatories, asprin, ibuprofen, that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's some
can help.
supplements as well on inflammation that we'll go into later.
Yeah, cool. So long term, you touched on core muscle groups and strengthening those. What else? Shoes.
Shoes are a huge aspect. Get fitted for shoes at your local shoe store. They also can do an analysis on your running and your gait while you're there and tell you if your form is off, if you have access to some sort of coach.
How do you strike? Do you heel strike? Do you ball strike? Do you, what's it called in pronate, supinate?
Yep.
And I may be getting the motion wrong, but we all kind of move different. And I know for me, I don't know if it's supinate or pronate, but when I injure the lower leg, it's generally on the outside of the leg. So that's probably this way.
Yeah, even the size of the shoe. I was getting a bunch of shin splints before when I had I have a wide foot. I have a fat foot. And evidently, that's an issue. I need to order extra wide sneakers or I start to develop shin splints.
Yeah. So, and if shoes don't help long term, if strengthening core muscles around, then I think the next level is really to go get a coach, get someone that can watch what you're doing, kind of change your gait, change how you impact the ground.
Yeah, and even short term, we talked about what are you running on? We talked about that a little bit. Short term, run on asphalt rather than concrete if you can. Find a local track that you can run on.
Yeah, rubber tracks are great.
All those things will help.
Yep.
Stretching. I'm a big advocate of stretching in this regard as well.
Yep. All right. So we're out of time. I was really a quick blast into Shin Splints and kind of just touching on what they do. If you have any other ideas, post them in the group. Email us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Yeah.
And
keep moving.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. See you.